Welcome to St. James Academy as we get set for the first match of the St. James Volleyball Slam. It's the Olathe East Hawks taking on the Blue Valley Tigers. Hello and welcome alongside our host for the event, Nancy Dorsey. I'm Lee Fleisig. 14 years of the Slam. Congratulations. You put on such a great event from the hospitality room to the atmosphere in the crowd to the matchups that you come up with every year. It's going to be an exciting day, I know.
Yes, we are. I said to you earlier, we're in high school now. We're freshmen. Super excited about this year and all of the things that we're going to see here. We're going to have great competition all day. You know, this is an event to highlight young ladies and young women in sports, and we don't see that all that often anymore. So we're glad to see this continue to go on and grow, and we're grateful to Spectrum for always being here.
Nancy, we will see some of the best volleyball talent that this city has to offer, but as you said, it's also a chance for them to be highlighted, both the teams and the individuals today.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of these girls, the only opportunity they're ever going to have to play on TV is right here and right now. So we're giving them, you know, really some of them an opportunity of a lifetime and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So we feel really strongly about the importance of promoting young women's sports in this area. And Kansas City has some of the best volleyball in the country. You know, and I think that's become more and more apparent through the last maybe 5 years or so, that some of the best talent that's playing at the collegiate level is coming from our area and from our region. So we want to celebrate that and highlight it, and it's going to be an awesome day to do that.
All right, we'll get set to go. It's Olathe East and Blue Valley. First serve coming your way next here on Spectrum News. Stay with us. Hy-Vee, proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. Hy-Vee game of the week here at the St. James Volleyball Slam. We're going to get things started with Olathe East and Blue Valley. Nancy, it's two teams that are maybe coming into the season from different angles. You've got Olathe East with a lot of returners. You've got Blue Valley who lost a bunch of seniors.
Right, yes, for sure. Yeah, East last year was in this event, and all he talked about was how young they are. And now he's got a veteran team. So Martin's going to, you know, I'm excited to kind of see how they've grown and how this team has evolved. The Tigers are always a team that's in contention. So I have no doubt that Dave Johnson's got them ready to go, and it's going to be an exciting one.
All right, Blue Valley will be on the right-hand side of your screen. They will be in the white, trimmed in black and gold. Good look at head coach Dave Johnson there. Olathe East will be in the orange, trimmed in navy on the left-hand side of your screen to start this opening set. Brian Martin, their head coach. State titles in 2013 and 14. Two tradition-rich programs.
Yeah, I got 10-year reunion this year. It's going to get everybody back and have a celebration.
Wait, how many reunions do you do? How do you decide which ones you're going to celebrate and when you come back? Because it's probably a revolving door. Every year you've got a 10-year reunion or a 5-year reunion or a 20-year reunion.
I do an alumni event every year at my house. So the alumni just comes over around Christmas, and we all just sit and chat. And it's so great. It's so good to see them, and just kind of, it's one of the great things about, you know, kind of our program. But we get together at least once a year. We're going to have one tonight for all the alum that's here that comes to the Slam. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them afterwards.
It is a great atmosphere and a great family tradition that you have built here with your players. And I know it's more than just a coach-player relationship. You're in weddings with all your players. Yeah. I mean, the baby arrivals, we see that every year. Somebody comes along with a new arrival.
We had quite a few babies born this year, actually. So, it's fun to go and see them grow into women. It's crazy.
All right. Opening point's going to go to Olathe East.
We talked about this pregame, you know, is that this first event of the year, there's always traditionally quite a few missed serves, as we just witnessed. Because, you know, there's nerves and there's cameras and there's crowds and there's all the things. So
this is a great start to the season for a lot of teams. There's no easing into this, no cupcakes on this schedule when you play in the Slam, right? I mean, you're getting a great opponent right out of the gate. No matter which of the 8 matches you're playing, you're going to see somebody really good across the net, which I think a lot of coaches really appreciate.
Yeah, no, I think so too. Those first 2 weeks of practice are long, you know, and you just want to get to the court and play a game, play a match that counts for something where we're keeping score, and this is a great way to start. Nice dig.
Nice save there from Audrey Willis. That one
They weren't
Just
sure.
one.
They thought about that one for a second. Let's see if we can see on the replay here.
Me too. Boy, that was right in
There's
the
the dig.
corner.
Yeah, there's a great dig by Aubrey Wills. And then Hannah Hansen for the Tigers. Oh, so close. Those are hard ones to call. That's why they have the replay in college now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure.
Wills serves it up.
Ball's a little tight there.
Kingston and Baumfont at the net there for East.
Got a little caught up at the net. It's a hard ones to kind of keep in play.
Audrey Wills led the team in aces the last 2 years. Brings it here.
Nice serve. That was a bomb. She's kind of unassuming. You wouldn't expect that power to come from that little tiny body. She's a very powerful server, and as you said, led their team in aces and efficiency last year. You love those people. That's why she's serving first. As a coach, like traditionally, you want your best server at that back line to do that.
Back-to-back aces for Wills. Great way to start the season, right?
Yeah, and you always kind of go back. If you get an ace, you go back to where you got the ace. You just keep, because then the player's thinking about it, right? Like, oh gosh, she's going to serve me again. Smart. She's probably going to hit that same zone once again. What they're trying to do is not serve her. Ryan McAleer, number 10 for the Tigers. She's headed to Purdue as a libero. She is so solid. Her platform is so steady. Nobody wants to serve her. It's like, keep away. Keep the ball away from Ryan McAleer. And they served her on that last ball, and it was a money pass. So that's why we got to see it firsthand.
McAleer will serve it up, down 5-1.
Nice up.
Good pickup from Claire Jones.
Claire Jones is headed to Southern Illinois. You've got some good little defenders back there. That was, if you saw that on replay, it was like such good communication. They just crossed so well. Claire Jones went behind, and McAleer went in front, and McAleer knew she was there, so she let her have it. It's just, that's what you want to see in your back row.
Off the top of the net, and it's an ace for McAleer.
Those are tricky. Those balls that just catch the tape. You're going to see another look at it, and they just kind of dribble over the net. Probably my least favorite way to score a point.
The officials were very meticulous about the height of your net here before the match. It was measured twice.
Oh, did we pass our
It was
test?
a little high on the end.
Okay.
A bit. Point goes to Blue Valley as Bonfock is just a little low. And Blue Valley, the Tigers climbing back into this match now, down just 5-4.
McAleer is no stranger to playing in big games. She is on a pretty competitive club team. And this last year, they played in the national championship.
That one is down. Bonfock with a nice angle.
I actually think that ball was in. There's some dissension about it, but I'm pretty close to that line. Let me see that replay.
Yeah.
You thought it was out?
No, I thought it did.
Yeah, I thought it was definitely in. So close, so close. Those lines are tough, and I wouldn't want to be a line judge. It's not a fun job.
Kate Wright serves it up. Double contact called on Blue Valley. Early in the season, you're seeing, obviously, rotation is a very important part. They're watching that. Contact is it tougher in the beginning of the season, or officials watching that maybe closer than they would later in the year?
You know, that call they just made, the double contact, is one that there's a lot of debate about. You know, like in the club game, they let a lot more go. I think in the high school game, they're a little more meticulous about it. If it's super blatant, and that one was, they're gonna always call it.
Right, one of East's most accurate servers.
That was a great serve.
And a nice pickup from Wright.
Chloe Terrell on the outside. She's going to get the ball. That was a great dig. Out of system attack is so huge in our game, and that was it. I mean, that ball wasn't even set. It was left by somebody other than the setter, and she put that ball off the block. That was a great swing by Terrell, who has led the Hawks in kills for the last few years. Nice cover. by McAleer. He called it again. Just struggling a little bit to get, like, a lot of time it's a double contact when our feet aren't set, and we're relying on just our upper body to take the ball. And just, got to work on our feet a little bit. She'll get it. It's early in the season. You can see how she's kind of off balance there.
So, Nancy, what is the official looking for there? Is it the way the ball comes out of their hands? Is it just the contact that she can see, two hands going?
They're watching their hands primarily, but a lot of times when there's a double contact, you can see that rotation of the ball. And obviously we saw that there. So, it's good. High school coaches prefer the double contact be called, and I think, like I said, there's just some division in the volleyball space. Like, some of the college coaches would like to see it just like leave it. It doesn't really affect the play because it's not improving, right, what's happening on that side of the court, because it would be better if she hadn't double contacted the ball. The attack would be smoother. But so, like, we don't really gain anything by it if the other team is doing it, but I think it's definitely one that we'll see a rule change probably down the road.
Okay, right behind the line. Doing a nice job serving as her team up 10-4. And Terrell.
I love that. I love the enthusiasm after that point. Baumfalk 24 in the middle for the Hawks. Oh, nice. She closed that block. It was so disciplined. She's also a cheerleader, and I love that. Like, just, you can see, we kind of saw that there, right? That joy and excitement when she had made a big play.
Good pick up from Wilcox.
Yes, birthday ball.
Hannah Hansen, happy birthday.
I love the birthday ball. It's just pure excitement everywhere. She's going to hit this ball pretty tough. Nice touch, but overpass, boom. We want those to always end in a kill. That's why they're free. You get a freebie, you got to score.
Ryan Mock serves Blue Valley off the tape. An ace.
There it is again. Senior defender for the Tigers with the ace. Just dribbling off the tape once again.
Now, you told me there was a time you could attack a serve, right?
You could block serves.
Yeah.
That was amazing. It was amazing. You were like a flying squirrel up there.
Yeah.
It was so great. I wish we could do that again, because that would never happen, right?
I'd like to see it.
And you look at the athleticism of the college game and the size of those women. I mean, my goodness. Called a net violation over here for the Tigers.
Blue Valley into the net, so it'll be point Olathe East. Baumfalk now to serve. You're wearing out that tape.
I know. We're going to have to be worried about the net here later. That's three.
But there is a, and I've seen in KU practices, they will put a line above the net, say 2 feet, and you're aiming between that
yes.
margin, right?
There is you can use the antenna since we don't have the tape up. We really don't want the ball to be any higher than like the top of the antenna. That's way too high. We want to keep it between the top of the tape and about the middle of the antenna, because it's flat and it's harder to pass. It's a nice swing by Hannah Hansen in the corner.
Hansen with the kill. Sydney Williams in the lineup now for Blue Valley.
I like this attack by Hansen. You're going to see here in a minute. She swings into that deep, deep corner that we talk all the time about. Corners, that you can't defend them. Someone has to cross. There's nobody standing there. If you can get around the block and in that corner, you will score every time. Nice hustle. Great hustle by Chloe Terrell.
Terrell into the stands, able to bring it back. Now she'll take a swing.
She was into the student section over there. Get a little extra encouragement while you're over there.
Olathe East always brings a good student section, don't they?
They do. She didn't signal for serve.
Yeah, jump the gun just a little bit. Sydney Williams will do it again. Down 13-8.
Sydney Williams is headed to Eckerd College to play volleyball. Must be nice. They have 3 defensive players that are going to college to play volleyball.
Chloe Terrell.
That was a nice swing. Quick, active arm there. She throws the jab in track, and you can kind of see it here with this attack, right? She's got an arm. Boom. That was quick, straight down that line in that seam.
You've got some experience with javelin throwers, don't you?
I have a couple, yeah, but one in particular who went on to do
okay?
Yeah, she was an All-American in college as a javelin thrower, even though volleyball was her first sport. So good old Jenna Gray.
Straight from Taylor Dick. Senor with the pickup. Scored for Blue Valley. There's something about that javelin throw. Obviously, it's arm strength, right? It's going
right.
with the same motion, right?
Yes, totally. It's impressive. This last swing here by Madison, or Mad Max, as Coach Johnson likes to call her, is perfect. I heard him say, that's it, as she set that ball to Mad Max, because we want to establish our middle, and then Blue Valley hadn't been able to do that yet, and that was a great attack by Madison there.
Carroll going for the corner, just a little long. Blue Valley now within 4. Playing 2 out of 3.
I imagine today we'll see a lot of back and forth in these games. You'll see somebody get a lead and then somebody make a comeback. It's a lot of pass and serve. Uh-oh. Foot fault. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
Terrell into the net, so we'll go back over to Blue Valley. How much of these first matches of the year are kind of a gauge? I mean, maybe you think you know what you have when you see a team in practice and you're going against your own team, and you get on the court against somebody else and the lights come on. And
it looks a lot different, yeah. Yeah, I think you know your team's overall strengths really well and their overall weaknesses. It's kind of the in-between stuff that you don't really see until you play somebody else. You know, it's like, oh, wow, she scores really well in practice, and then now she can't put a ball down. Well, she's in our gym. I have 3, like, legit Division I libero-type players. So our hitters are hitting against such good defense all the time. So sometimes I'm happily surprised when we go and play someone else who doesn't have, you know, that backcourt. A lot of missed serves. We expected early in the season. First part of the year.
Just wide from Burgert. Go back to Maddie Wilcox. Good serve. Ace from Wilcox.
Maddie Wilcox is their libero. She's a 3-year varsity player for the Hawks. Wants to be a Jayhawk, so rock chalk. Can love that. She's played every position on the court except setter.
So that is a rotation violation on Blue Valley. Explain that a little bit.
Okay, so you need to know who you're next to and who's to the right of you and who's to the left of you. And you can't, there's certain rules about who you can cross, and they violated that. I didn't see who it was. It might have been the setter. Sometimes the setter leaves early. They're kind of notorious for that. They want to get in and get ready to set. So it might have been that. I didn't actually see what the violation was. But
so again, first match of the year, maybe that's something in practice that maybe you can get away with a little bit, but in a match, you'll learn quickly that you got to wait till the ball's served.
Served, yes. And it's fun, you know, when you coach young kids, I think it's one of the most complicated things to teach because it just doesn't they're like, why can't I just go? And you're like, well, you just can't. Like, those are the rules. And I love to teach it, but I know people who hate it. And they're like, I don't get it. Even adults are like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I know you can talk to college players. There's girls that still don't really get it. And they just are told where to go all the time. Yeah. You're like, this is where you are.
You're to my left.
Yep. I've played with all kinds of people like that. And coached a few over the years. Uh-oh.
Nobody home for East. Tough ball for Grace Wagers, but she made the most of it. So it'll be Claire Jones to serve.
Claire Jones is one of 3 returners they have on the Tigers roster. They lost a huge senior class.
In some ways, I'm sure as a coach you like the comfort of having returners, but in some ways that must be kind of a fresh start and kind of a new feel in the gym. It must be fun too.
Yeah, it is. It's good to get to know different kids, and there's always a different vibe. I was talking about this with someone else the other day. Just like professional sports, for the most part, you have everybody coming back every year, and maybe one or two personnel changes. But in high school athletics, it's always it's like different day every day. You never know.
Here goes serves.
Nice.
Blue Valley in system. And putting it away.
That feels good when we get that right. I love it. Carson Richards, 6'4" middle, obviously has the size, but she is up against, really, they got her a one-on-one opportunity. So 6'4" over 5'10" is going to win that battle every time. That was a great swing and a great set by Burgers.
Contact called on the way to East.
One at a time. You probably heard it on the camera through our mics. It's such a common thing coaches say, and it's true. It's like we can only score 1 point at a time, and they can only score 1 point at a time. So calm down, get some poise, and let's get some more points.
Block is blocked.
Nice. Grace Wagers, another one of the few returners from last year with a huge block, teaming up with Carson. Nice. Excuse me, that was Madison Mad Max in there.
Now timeout from Olathe East. So what have you seen thus far between these two sides? As you predicted, kind of back and forth from both.
Yeah, I think both coaches right now in this timeout are just talking about, like, all right, let's take a deep breath. Let's exhale a little bit. We need to just work on being a little more disciplined, keeping our serves in play, being aggressive, making good decisions at the net. There's been quite a few ball handling errors. Just like clean it up a little bit. I think both teams are doing a good job. It's just calming down a little bit and getting in our rhythm. It takes a while to get in rhythm. You're in a new gym, you're in a new space, cameras everywhere. All those things kind of distract.
Hi, McAleer to serve. Umfok with the swing. McAleer there with the dig.
Matt.
Into the net. 3-point Blue Valley.
That was a great dig by McAleer. Hannah Hansen again was a little tight to that net, and the block went for it, and they called the net violation there on the Olathe East Hawks. You can see it there on her as she came around with that swing block. Another big block.
Grace Wagers is a force at the net, isn't she?
Yes, and she has got some size, and that helps. And it's just intimidating a lot of times to look at someone across the net that's tall and strong and physical, and you're like, oh my goodness, I got to go hit into that. And they're doing a great job of closing the block. Madison Maximuk is doing a good job of closing and making it hard on the hitters. That's another great touch on the block. Nice set. Oh, yes, go!
Played it out of the net. Almost. Great effort from both sides.
That was a fun little rally there. Hannah Hansen got blocked. Grace Wagers covered it and got the Hawks scrambling a little bit. That's why you just never take a point off. So we're going to see the block here. Oh, and the cover. And it just went right over. A little discombobulated there. That was fun.
Volleyball is such a game of swings, and now you see the momentum go to Blue Valley's side. How do you've got a timeout here from Olathe East? Obviously, one way to try to curb that tide. What do you do as a coach to try to get your team back on the positive side of that slide?
Yeah, McAleer's been back behind that line serving for a while, and she's been serving short. So I would be talking about, expect that, right? We want to expect what's coming, and then they need to get the ball to their middle. They haven't been able to get their ball to the middle yet. They're putting it into that giant block on the right side. I would have the middle run behind. I mean, you just trying to give them some kind of play. It's something different. We got to give them a different look. We've been doing the same thing, and it isn't working. So let's try something new.
Even at 19 now.
We always put that in the coach column.
A well-used timeout.
That was my timeout. That was my point right there. Good job for Brian Martin calling that,
No, that was a
well
good
placed
call.
timeout.
She was hot behind the line.
He's smiling and they're
Yeah.
all congratulating him, which is so funny because it's so true. You do feel sort of like, I just scored that point.
Kate Wright now to serve for East.
Nice pass. It sounded good. Unfortunately, it was just wide. Nice swing there by Claire Wagers. Not sure if we'll be able to see it on the replay, but you can kind of see her drop. Yep, drop that thumb a little bit. She's aiming at those hands.
Back to 20 all. Ellie Freeze with the serve. Now it's East on top.
Dave, I love to watch Dave Johnson's reactions when somebody misses a serve. He just like kind of walks very calmly, very stiffly away, like, okay, we're not going to do that again. Nice pass.
Big swing from Hanson, but it's long. We'll have a camera on you later tonight. We'll see. Get your
Right.
reaction.
Yeah. I have a clipboard for that reason. I hide my reactions. Yes, that was a great pass by Ryan Mock Sr. for the Tigers. Just that swing was just a touch wide.
Back with the serve. Jumped over, but it's going to be in the net from Blue Valley.
They call the net violation. Let's take a look at this a second time. It's a nice dig by Claire Jones. You know, it's really tough to tell. It might have been her hand as she was coming down. That camera's too far away from me to see.
Buffalo lets that sail over her head. Now 23-21 Olathe East.
No pressure on Sydney Williams as she heads back to serve. Back-to-back misses. It's 23-21. She has a nice serve on her.
Good serve. Outside.
Nice.
Chloe Terrell puts it away. Set points now for East.
Terrell is having herself a game. You know, she actually passed that ball as well. You know, she's the go-to girl. They gave her the ball in serve, and now she puts the ball away with the kill.
That's
really
one of
nice.
the strategies as well. Make the attacker handle the serve, right?
Right. Yeah. Try to wear them out a little bit. And sometimes you have people attacking that are not, you know, 6 rotation players, but Terrell is one, and she handled that ball really nicely.
Chance for Blue Valley.
Interesting. Okay, we got another net violation.
East was in the net, so the Tigers save one set point.
Well, they've certainly kept it interesting, haven't they?
Madison Maxima will serve it.
That was a great save
Right off the hands.
by Villasenor. That ball was super tight, and she was able to get that ball back to her attacker. I mean, the attack was great too, but credit has to be given to the setter. So she stayed out of the net. She gave her a ball that was attackable. Really impressive.
Terrell takes it right off the hands, and Olathe East takes the opening set here of the St. James Volleyball Slam. We'll be back with the second set between Blue Valley and Olathe East right after this on Spectrum News. Hy-Vee, proud to support Kansas City High School athletics. Our Hy-Vee game of the week here on Spectrum News at the St. James Volleyball Slam, the Blue Valley Tigers and Olathe East Hawks. Olathe taking the opening set, 25-22. Leif Wysick, Nancy Dorsey with you. Future volleyballer right there.
What a cutie. Oh, my goodness. Give him all the camera time.
Hey, boys volleyball is growing in the area, right? I mean, there are
It
more and
has.
more schools that
Yep.
have that program now.
Yeah, and now we're just nationally, we're over half of the states have a championship. So we're working on that in Kansas. We'll see. That is the goal. Missouri just recently passed that, so they'll have a championship. And we're going to try here in Kansas as well. You know, this is a great sport for boys as well, and I think when that catches on, boys are going to realize there's a lot of opportunities for them to play collegiately that they don't even know exist, you know. So I think it will be an awesome thing to watch over the next 5 years.
It is such an athletic sport, and I mean, when it's played at a high level, it is it's so much fun to watch. And
Yeah.
I mean, it truly is one of my favorite sports to watch and to call, because it's just a great athletic. I mean, athletes on both sides.
Yeah.
That it's just really incredible. So
Just dynamic,
Yeah,
you know, they're
absolutely.
explosive. I was telling some of the boys in this high school, I'm like, you know who makes good volleyball players? Basketball players. So if you're listening and you're a young man that likes basketball.
different seasons, right?
There are different
Yeah.
seasons. You can do both, absolutely. And one helps the other. You can get better at one by doing the other. So I think the multi-sport athlete is really, in the high school level, is really hard to find. You know, some of these matches that we'll do, as I was preparing, I was impressed by, you know, how many of these kids are juggling multiple things in high school. And, you know, that's tough. I wish we saw more of it, because it's what's best for the game and what's best for the kids. But I do understand that it's challenging.
Well, I mean, you've had the most successful volleyball program in the city, and if you're telling kids to play more sports,
Yeah.
what else do you need to hear, right?
I want yes. We always tell our girls, I'm like, go out for basketball, and they'll laugh at us. I'm like, go out for basketball. You would be good. You know, I wouldn't. I guess you would. A couple of them told me yesterday they're going to, so I'm very excited about that. We usually have a lot of girls that do track, which is awesome. We have a couple girls on our team that are state champion track athletes, so pretty exciting. Nice.
Carson Richards, just a little misdirection there. Opening point goes to Blue Valley. The teams have switched sides, so Blue Valley in the white and black on the left-hand side of your screen now.
Yeah, this is a smart play. You're going to get another look at it here. The block is closed, obviously, and she just sees that little window of opportunity. The left back was deep. That tip scores a lot in our game.
Claire Jones will serve it up for the Tigers. Right off the tape, an ace.
There it is again. She just looked at her teammates like, oh my goodness. You know, nobody really means to do that. It's not like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit it as hard as I can at the tape and hope that it rolls over. But you know, when it happens, it almost always results in an ace.
That was just wide. So as the coach, are you in favor of that being in play, or in tennis where it touches the net, you have to serve it again?
Yeah, I think it should be a reserve. I don't love that. I don't love that a game can end that way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what
It would be heartbreaking to lose the match like
it's
that,
a
yeah.
terrible way to lose. And honestly, it's a gross way to win. It's not like exciting. But I may be on that island alone. I don't know.
Score for Hannah Hansen.
Hannah Hansen with the big kill off the block. Gonna see one more look at that one. She's off the net, so just hits it right off those hands. Smart, very smart play. Being a hitter, you know, we tend to celebrate the balls that are, you know, that make noise, that are like hitting the floor and they're noisy. But as a coach, I love the ones that hitters hit off the block.
McElroy with a great save. But East able to redirect it.
Yeah, not an unusual play for McAleer. She's laying out, she's getting touches, but nicely done there by Sydney Bonkock. She was ready for it.
Bonkock serves now, just long.
It's been fun to see the growth of these athletes. A lot of these teams have been in the Slam for years, and Bonkock, I remember her last year, you know, playing as a sophomore, and she's come a long way. She's very athletic, very jumpy and bouncy, and she looks older and has gotten a whole lot more physical, so it's fun to watch.
Contact called on the East.
I don't know. Sometimes those replays are hard for me to see. And unfortunately, the referee is right in front of me, so I can't see some of those sets that go in the air.
Somebody told me a long time ago the ball doesn't lie, though. So after a
true.
serve
It
from
is
Blue
true.
Valley, it'll go back over to Olathe East.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that was you, by the way.
It probably was, yeah. Ball in line. I'm a pretty competitive gal, and when I don't think something goes my way, I'm like, wait, ball doesn't lie.
Tied to the net.
Nice pickup.
Scored Olathe East.
Lots of plays at the net today. This is where athleticism really comes into play here. Obviously, a great tip there by the setter, Ayala Bergert from Blue Valley, and a good pickup by Olathe East, and then that joust at the net. Oh, that was
Swing
in.
is on the line.
They all waited with bated breath.
The freshman, her teammates said, make sure you call her Mad Max.
That was a nice swing. Again, those corners. She doesn't look mad. She looks like she's really sweet.
Pretty calm for a freshman in a big-time match, isn't it?
It's crazy that she's only a freshman.
Taylor Dick. Quiet but powerful, says her coach Brian Martin.
Yeah, she's a 3-year varsity player too. She wants to play in college. Interestingly, she plays the violin, which you could see in that, just like the way he described her is just a kind of a quiet leader, and she's musical as well. Gotta love that. Ball's just a little tight on the set there. Into the game comes Melanie Shree. Did I say it right?
She told me it's like Shrek without the K. Shrek.
Shrek. Melody Shrek. I apologize, Melody. I was so nervous I was going to get it wrong, and then there I did. You gotta love when somebody new comes into the game, right? And especially under these circumstances. I was just kind of watching Blue Valley, and credit to all the girls out on the court. They were all going over to Melody and like, you got this, we're good, like supporting her and showing her their support, which is pretty cool.
Melody on the floor trying to save that one, but it hits on the Blue Valley side. It'll be point Olathe East. And the second set goes back and forth.
Nice pass.
A little low from Carson Richards. It'll go point Olathe East.
It was a nice pass by Sydney Williams to get that play started.
That one too tight for that. Baumfach sends it down for the Hawks.
Birthday ball. Baumfach was ready. She was there. Those overpasses are like, we call them a birthday ball. They're a gift. We also like how she went, one direction. We don't want to see that ball just go straight on because someone's there waiting on it. We want to make the defense guess a little bit. She did a nice job of that too. Nice up.
Good pickup from Villasenor. Falls on the east side, point Blue Valley. Chris Wagers in the match now for the Tigers.
Of all the things Dave told me about his players, he told me Grace Wagers is someday going to run a Fortune 500 company.
Really?
I was like, wow, that's quite a compliment. So she obviously is very bright and has leadership skills and all the things one would need to do such a thing.
Fired up.
I love it.
Villasenor to Baumfach.
That's how volleyball should look in high school. Everybody just celebrating the goodness. That was nasty. Her whole body looked like she was going to hit right, and then she dropped that thumb and hit left. So everybody was surprised by that. You love that. That was why they're so hyped up. What a fun play.
Her version of the no-look pass, right?
Yes. Nice cover by McAleer.
Blue Valley on the Olathe east side of the net. Point to the Hawks.
I'm not sure that ball was touched on the block. But just those tight balls, they're so tough.
Wills with the serve. Good pickup from Wilcox. Wages into the net, and now Blue Valley wants a timeout. East has run out to a 12-8 lead here in the second set after winning the first 25-22.
It's another Bomfok attack, this time handled by the Tigers. Yeah, there was no touch on that ball. Just some unforced errors, for the Tigers right now, which is super common first game out and really early in the season. Most of these Kansas teams have only really had truly probably 7 practices, maybe 8, because you throw in tryouts. You can't really count those as practices because there's a lot of people in the gym and you're not really doing a whole lot of instruction. You're just kind of observing and watching and evaluating. So, it's as early
and
in
it's
the
a long season.
Yeah, it is. It's funny because it's long, but it's quick. Our season's really only about 10 weeks. We're done before November, but it's fast and furious. We play a lot of games in that period of time, close to 40. So it's going to be, there's going to be a ton of growth between now and even 2 weeks from now. These teams will look a lot different.
Audrey Wills.
Not the person you want behind the line when you're on the other side. She's the one that led them in aces for the last few seasons and just super efficient.
It's going to be a point to Olathe East. I was blocked there. I'm sorry.
It was outside the antenna, so just another unforced error there for the Tigers. Nice.
Like you say, it's not always the thumper that scores it, right?
Yeah,
Just
no.
a nice little roll shot there.
Smart by Carly Fries there, senior for the Tigers. We call that area the donut on the court, right? It's the middle of the floor, just a big circle. And oftentimes it's really just wide open. People are worried about the thumper. They're worried about the one that's going to come at them hard, and the stuff that's off speed catches people off guard.
Claire Jones serves now for Blue Valley. On clock. Good touch from Wagers. Low from Hannah Hansen. We'll go back to the Hawks.
Johnson told me this may happen. Sydney Williams, who's been playing back row primarily so far, is in the game. Said she's just a really talented athlete that's obviously not big in size, but it's not the size of the dog in the fight, right? Size of the fight in the dog, and she's got it. So I look forward to watching her take a few swings here.
Right with the serve. Chloe Terrell.
We said her name quite a few times this game. Like I said, she's led them in kills for 3 seasons. Last year she had 321. She was on the first team All Sunflower League, and she's also a track athlete. She's qualified twice in state for the jab, so she's got a good arm on her, and she's obviously has some experience, and she's played in this game. This is now the 3rd time, so. There it is again. Oh, nice.
Nice pickup. That was Terrell on the floor. I don't think that ball got across. Point to Olathe East.
The Tigers are frustrated, and it's understandable. Things are just, the ball's not bouncing their way right now, and sometimes that happens, and you just gotta have to find a way to clear your head. I think as a coach of young people, that's one of the hardest things, is you can't control what's going on between their ears.
Well, this is just the first match of 8 here at the St. James Volleyball Slam. Washburn Rural and Blue Valley Northwest. 2 powerhouses coming at you. Washburn Rural, one of the great programs in the state of Kansas. And I know Blue Valley Northwest with a lot of talent as well. So that'll be a great match coming up next. You're here with us for that one too.
I am,
right?
yes. Looking forward to it.
You make up these matchups and you get to see them play out in front of you.
Yeah.
The Peyton Shear of volleyball. Remember Peyton Shear was a great boxing matchmaker.
Nice set.
Got a tough ball. Great get from Wilcox.
Great hustle. She's like, dang it. That was great hustle by Wilcox. And
if I'm going to go into the bench.
Yes, you got to keep that one in play, right? They're laughing about it. It's easy to do that when you're winning.
Absolutely.
It's not as easy when you're not.
Well, these two liberos really are the spark plugs of their team, aren't they?
Nice up. Mackler is going to get a ton of touches. You know, she is a gifted athlete, and so much fun to watch play, and doing a great job of leading her team over there, even through the frustration, just talking them through it.
Sydney Baumfalk now to serve.
Ooh, so
just
close.
Long.
I thought she was going to get it. I thought it was going to fall. Nice.
Grace Wagers just kind of took her time and measured that one, didn't she?
Yeah, that's another one of those off-speed kills. You know, that those are the ones that a lot of times, if you can get past the, like, I want to go hit the ball hard all the time, that you're going to score a lot on those, because people aren't ready. They're on their heels a little bit, waiting for that big power swing, and it's a great finish.
Ryan Mock with a great serve. Blue Valley clawing their way back into the second set.
So when we talked earlier about that ball just barely getting over the net, I think she actually nicked the net a little bit there too, but we want that flat serve. That floater is so much harder to pass. It moves and you think you're set, you think your feet are there, and then it surprises you.
Good pickup from Kingston.
Here we go.
Score another one for Blue Valley.
There's that one at a time piece, right? Is that for a while there it seemed like nothing is going our way, and you just got to chip away at that lead 1 point at a time.
Who do you go to?
Yeah.
Chloe Terrell.
Every time. I love her energy and just her confidence. She's really comfortable up there, and she knows that the ball should come to her, and she's going to make something happen right inside that block. That was a nice cut shot.
Credit to Audrey Wills, too, to know how do you stop a run.
Right. Yes, yeah, you know you got to feed the beast. Both setters for the Hawks have been doing a good job, Audrey Wills and Claire Villasenor. They're making good decisions. They're making the right decisions in the right moment, and you know that's all you can ask of a setter is be a good quarterback, make the right passes, you know.
Serve sails long from Sydney Williams. Mallory Peters in the match now for Olathe East. I saw in the notes, Mallory Peters was a C-team player last year, now seeing varsity action, which is a great message probably to a lot of people watching and listening.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about this game is that kids are going to grow, they're going to change, they're going to get stronger, they're going to put in the time. And, you know, in our next matchup, too, there's another one that I think was in the freshman B team that is now going to be playing varsity. So it can happen, and, you know, people get discouraged easily sometimes, but there's always hope.
Long from the Tigers, it takes East to 22. Then we're going to 25, win by 2. Olathe East won the opening set 25-22.
It's a nice dig there by Ryan Mock. Just a little bit long on that attack. There it is.
Really, Shrev's done a nice job setting here since she's come into the match.
Yeah, she has, absolutely. And nice attack there by Carson Richards off the block. They hadn't been able to run their middle because they weren't in system. And running your middles are hit at the highest efficiency because they're the hardest people to defend. It's quick, and oftentimes your defense isn't set. So try to get her the ball a little bit more. Nice serve there.
It's Blue Valley within 5. Shrew serves it up. Throw just a little low from Terrell.
And kind of to what we talked about earlier, you know, Terrell's in the back row, but they're giving her the ball right now because they want that. They want to side out. They want to get back to the line and get back to the service line. I'm guessing we'll see Baumfalk get the ball here.
Right on the line. Valerie Peters.
She's
Welcome to the
laughing.
varsity.
She's laughing at herself, but you know what? That's actually a really good placement of the ball. That deep, like I said, that deep corner. You can't do a thing about that. That's just, you roll the ball under the net and say congratulations.
So Audrey Wills, their best server, steps behind the line, 2 points away from this match.
Oh my word, nice up.
Are they calling?
That was up. No?
Boy, the great effort from Sydney Williams. I thought she got underneath it.
Well, she's not arguing about it, so I guess not. Let's see if we can see it here on the replay. It looks like she got it. But Dave's not arguing either, so that must mean she didn't.
Just take East to match points now.
Nice pass. Nice up.
Great pickup from Wilcox. Wills was there.
Back to Terrell.
Baumfalk there with the block. Blocked again.
Nice cover. Oh.
Heckler nearly got it, but East puts it away. The Hawks win it in 2. Well played by Olathe East. The Hawks win it in 2 sets over Blue Valley. 25-18 here in the second. We'll be back to wrap things up in this opening match at the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum News. This opening match of the St. James Volleyball Slam goes to Olathe East. The Hawks can celebrate after a straight sets win over Blue Valley. Nancy Dorsey with us here. Your thoughts? A pretty efficient win there for Olathe East, I thought.
Yeah, they looked good. They looked ready. You know, I think that's what you're looking for in the first game of the season is who's got the energy, who's recovering well from errors. And I thought Olathe East did a really good job of recovering when they made a mistake and just bouncing right back and getting that first ball side out, which is super important in our game.
And I know we will hear from Blue Valley before this season is over, right?
Oh, absolutely. You know, they're going to improve. Like we said, they graduated like 11 people. When you get a completely new team and they've never played together in a game. So I think that's just part of it, is that they have to get those kind of work out those cobwebs a little bit, and they will, absolutely will. They're being led by Dave Johnson, longtime coach who knows his stuff. He knows what he's doing. So I'm excited to see them grow and watch them evolve as the season continues.
Nancy, thank you very much. Stick around. We've got the next match. Washburn Rural and Blue Valley Northwest coming your way after this. Big shout out to our Spectrum News crew. A late night on Friday night for high school football, up bright and early for the Volleyball Slam. For our director, Rick Willoughby. For Nancy Dorsey, I'm Lee Fleisick. Olathe East wins it in straight sets over Blue Valley. Stay with us. More volleyball to come from the St. James Volleyball Slam here on Spectrum News.